Hey everybody, welcome back to another Jackson Jet Setting Resort review. Today we're back at the Miraval Resort in Tucson, Arizona. It's one of our favorite uses of World of Hyatt points. It was 65,000 points a night for this ultra luxury, truly 5-star, almost all-inclusive stay. It includes a lot of activities that are included with your stay, as well as $175 to spend however you want on property on activities. So our first was an extra charge to go visit some of their horses, and then we went after that and had some lunch. Here's a look at the menu. Everything is included food-wise at the resort. The only extra charge would be alcoholic beverages. The food's truly 5-star and all very, very healthy. It's part of the tenets of the resort is kind of overall wellness. So you're working on your mind, your body, and also eating some really healthy and delicious food. Now we did get upgraded to a Sonoran King Suite. It's a truly gigantic room, complete with its own gym as you walk into the room. I'm a World of Hyatt Globalist, and it really does save you a lot of money at the Miraval Resort. It's one of the only resorts that I've seen that actually charges a resort fee based on the percentage of the overall room rate. So you're stuck paying a pretty penny. Room rates here can easily drift over $2,000 a night. So that saves about $200 being a World of Hyatt member if you're paying cash. If you're a World of Hyatt General member and you're using points, you do not have to pay that resort fee. But I did get this suite upgraded for being a Globalist. Pretty much the only big benefit there besides the cash rate resort fee waiver. But you can see this huge living room here that we did enjoy. It's nice to actually have a TV on property later at night when all the activities kind of end. You can kind of wind down for the day, or you can just truly ignore that. But you have some filtered water in the fridge, and we're going to walk into the main bedroom as part of the Sonoran King Suite. Here's a quick look. Closet was truly walk-in, truly gigantic, bigger than mine at home. You have some robes over there. This is a cool resort because you can actually wear your robes to your treatments and then wear it to dinner if you want. We do see people doing that on multiple times during our stay and past stays, so it is a lot of fun there. And a big screen TV there in the bedroom as well. And then the lamps are custom for sure. They have these cool quartz crystals on there. So lots of Miraval touches within the rooms themselves. We're gonna head out this door and check out our patio, which had a lot of furniture just to sit out and read a book, enjoy the outdoors. There was a little bit of a public walking path in front, which not a lot of people use, but wasn't truly private, you know, with the desert outside, but not really that big of a deal. Definitely one of the better views on property. And then this is definitely a change from our last stay. We've actually stayed in this exact room before, but they've redone the bathrooms, so the bathrooms definitely feel fresh and modern. You have a nice jacuzzi tub there, and then you have you know, some of your high-end items like a nice blow bar dryer. There's a toilet right there, and then a small shower, but with nice amenities, bath amenities there. So definitely upscale. So now we're going to show you around the resort, starting from the front door of our Sonoran King Suite, and we're going to walk up to the main lobby and just see what all the public spaces look like here at Miraval. If you do like these types of videos, if you love resort tours, please subscribe to the channel. Give this video a like, it really helps us out. Now, throughout your stay at Miraval, you can choose to participate in as many activities that you can fit into the schedule. We do like to pack our days pretty packed full just to get all the great sessions, great learnings while on property and get full use of the points or the money that we're spending. But you can just use it just to relax, which it's a very relaxing resort. It's located on over 400 acres of land, and it goes right up against some federal land as well that if you do the mountain biking tour in the mornings, it'll actually take you on some of the federal land off property. So really some great stuff. You can also use that for hiking, of course, and there's even some hiking on property at Miraval. They do have tennis. This is kind of the only, I would say, traditional resort recreation on property, but they do have 2 tennis courts. They were in great shape. So good to know if you'd like to stay active with that. Miraval is kind of situated on a hill overlooking the Catalinas. So our room was towards the bottom of that hill. So we're going to walk up the hill towards the main lobby as we continue our tour. And this is where employee parking is. and a maintenance road, which will also lead you down to some of the ropes courses, which is really great. I'm not going to lead you down to the ropes course, but this is what it looks like from the hiking trails. There's a lot of different activities, all different around there. They also added a new archery range with some archery classes. So that's some of the cool, kind of unique outdoor stuff that you can do here. In addition to a lot of horse programs with a ranch that's located on the other edge of the property, which they'll put you in a shuttle and take you over to, which is what we did as our first activity pretty much right after check-in. And then this is actually our suite, so that's a good look at the view from the other side of our patio. And there's lots of little areas for meditation or for just relaxing around property, places to kind of think about life and some of the things that you're learning. So there's lots of little spots to discover and explore that really rewards sort of taking a deeper look beyond just hanging out in your room. I like this sign too. It shows the other Miravals around the US. We've done a tour of the Miraval Austin if you want to check that out on the channel. A lot of people will ask if 65,000 points a night is truly worth it. So they do charge per person. So if you were just a solo traveler, I believe it's 45,000 points a night. So an extra 20,000 points for your second guest. We do think it's entirely worth it. It's probably the best use of points here. Just the value of the quality of the classes that you take, along with just how amazing the food is, and that is all inclusive. We do think that you just get a really outsized value for your points. So if you are a World of Hyatt member, I think it is worth an extra trip. Sometimes in the past they've run 2-for-1 specials on points. They haven't since COVID because it has just been truly sold out or incredibly busy on property. Just a lot of people still willing to spend money on such a cool experience. So just keep that in mind. Here's a look at some of the yurts that they do some outdoor treatments and massages as part of the spa. So you can use that $175 per person resort credit. So that's pretty cool. You get that per night of your stay. So for us, we just stayed one night, and so we just got $175 to use. And then we really did love the BMC, which is the Body Mind Center. This is kind of their traditional gym. They do have some classes that happen in here as well. And then they do have a traditional lap pool. They also do some kind of waterboard, yoga, and that sort of thing in this pool. Now, we live in the desert, but we still do appreciate all the cool cacti that are around the property. So if you're not from the desert, definitely take a look at all those. They have some signs that kind of explain the different cacti. There's a lot of birds on property, and they've added a new bird watching in the morning experience, so you can learn how to take pictures of birds and go with a true expert bird watcher, which is pretty great. We didn't have a chance to do that this trip, but probably on a future trip I'll try and do that. There's a number of different room categories at Miraval. So we are in one of the suites. It's kind of the furthest away from the main lobby, as I've mentioned. There are some just regular rooms that are just true king rooms. Truthfully, you don't spend a ton of time in your room, so I don't think that the room is necessary to have like some gigantic room. It's of course nice to have an upgrade. There are true villas on property as well that we've stayed at in the past, which was a truly amazing upgrade. But those are a pretty penny per night. But you do have a full scale of different room accommodations here at Miraval. One cool thing too is we're in the middle of the desert, but they built this amazing river that we'll show you in a sec. But really a nice area to contemplate as well. And that flows into this lake here. So lots of fountains and running water around Miraval, just as a nice spot to meditate. Lots of meditation classes as part of Miraval as well. So lots of places to practice that. This is one access point for the hiking trails, and it's also where there's sort of a fireside chat at certain points during the week. Nothing during our stay. It's also kind of the hotter time of the year, but maybe in the winter months, they'll do that in the amphitheater. And there's also a very cool labyrinth that you can use just for some walking meditations. So really some awesome spots here. You can truly understand the size of this property, and we're not even close to being done showing you everything on property. One thing to note too is that this property is a device-free property, so they have certain areas that they allow you to talk on your phone or text, but they really do try to limit any use of digital devices except for taking videos or pictures. That's always welcomed. And of course, kind of in this digital age, it's pretty hard to tear people away from their phones, but I think everyone does a really good job of at least being respectful and not talking on the phone in places that you're just trying to disconnect a little bit from the outside world. I think if you're caught doing it, they'll gently remind you that, hey, it's a device-free resort, and so it's kind of nice just to have those helpful reminders and try and disconnect, because sometimes I know I am pretty tied to my phone, and it's nice to have that reminder. So now we're walking up to the main lobby. This is also where the main restaurant is for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Breakfast and lunch have a really nice buffet, and then dinner, there's a full menu. There's also menu items to order at breakfast and lunch. They also had the Coyote Moon bar, which they have some aperitifs as well as drinks in the evenings. And then also your grab and go sort of shake counter coffees in the morning. They also have little burritos and things like that if you're just on the go going to your next activity. It's really helpful to have. So that's pretty much all the main areas for food, and then of course you have room service that's included in the stay as well. And now we're going to walk towards some of the villas on property, and these are sort of the more premium rooms. It seems like there's kind of a corporate garden over here, so for bigger events or maybe even weddings, they'll be able to host that there and have a really pretty surrounding for either a corporate event or a wedding. here are those villas. So these are 2 and 3 bedrooms, full kitchens, private pool, the whole shebang. So if you're interested in that, Miraval would definitely welcome you booking one of these, as they are a pretty high room rate per night. Now we're going to walk back to the main part of the resort, check out some more of the facilities that you can use as part of your stay. Some more areas of contemplation. There's lots of bells and gongs from different parts of the world. Pretty cool to meditate with. They have their own garden, and then there's also a farmer across the road that provides a lot of different farm-to-table options. So as much as can possible be farmed and sourced from the nearby area, Miraval definitely takes advantage of that. So really cool spot here. There's also the self-parking lot. So you have free valet parking, or you can park yourself. It really doesn't matter. And then any room rate, if you are flying in instead of driving in like we did, they do have shuttles to and from the airport free included in your stay at Miraval, which is really great because the airport's about an hour away, so it is a bit of a drive. This is the main drive that you will arrive at. So it's just a nice little circular driveway. Golf carts ready to take your bags into your rooms for you, and you can be on your way. So it truly is 5-star service here, just with a more relaxed feel, which is something that we really enjoy. They have this really nice garden here with a really cool gong. It's always fun to look at. And this huge waterfall will be your first look as you drive into Miraval, so very dramatic as you enter the property. A cool spot just to look at if it's not too hot during the day. And now we're going to walk back towards our room, a couple more rooms and yurts that they use for different sessions on property, as well as a few pools. And then we'll show you a few more things around property that we didn't capture in this full walk around. This is the Agave Yurt, so you can do meditation classes in here, and then the Agave Center is where they do a lot of yoga, breath work, different physical activities. Has a really good view of the mountains, so I see why they use that a lot. So that's a full-size building there in the back. Now we're going to walk over to the Yucca Center, which has another pool. It's kind of another activity pool that they use for yoga classes. They also use the Yucca Center for some Thai treatments, like Thai massage treatments. I've been in there before for that, not on this trip. But depending on the activities that you do, you may be spread out all across the resort at different times. And then we'll finish off the walkthrough and just take a look at some of the bamboo gardens and some hidden pockets of Miraval Resort. So after I finished up this video, I saw a nice little welcome gift from management, so that's really great. Delicious berries there. You will see a lot of nature on property, so I saw these deer as I passed by. There's snakes and all sorts of fun things. Another look at the back end of our suite. Here's a look at the main pool that you might do some lounging at. This is right next to the spa. And then here's a look at the menu at Coyote Moon in case you didn't want to have a full dinner. You do have some nice snacks there, that's all included, but the alcohol is an extra charge. And here's a menu from the Cactus Restaurant. The food here is amazing. So you had some shishito peppers, I had my charcuterie board, some zucchini noodles, and some carrots, and then this delicious pasta dish. Everything's fresh, homemade every day. Unbelievable. And then we did have a nice little matcha cake to have in the room after. Here's a look at where you do some nutrition consultations. This is near the BMC, so this is inside the gym that we walked by earlier. Huge gym for how small the resort actually is. Another look at some of the bamboo gardens here on property. And then a look at some of the yurts. This is sort of the closer in of the spa areas on Miraval's property. So this is walking into the main pool. Wanted to capture this kind of early in the morning before people started lounging near the pool. It was hot during our visit, so very popular, of course. And they had different tiers of plunge pools and hot tubs, that sort of thing above. And as I mentioned, this is right next to the spa, so this is the walk that you'll do on the way to your lovely treatment. And some of the best masseuses around and treatments. They have every single type of treatment, even prenatal. So a really cool option for a lot of people there. And then the beautiful stream that the Miraval folks had built that runs through the whole resort. And then we'll take a look inside at the Coyote Moon bar, as well as some of the public spaces. As we said, it was a quick stay and I didn't really film anything during the sessions because they are pretty private. But here's another look at some of the delicious food for lunch after pretty much our visit had wrapped up. But thanks a lot for watching, and stay tuned for more videos from resorts around the world.